Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of JMC. So in this video, as you know that we are doing this hilux project, so the engine of this hilux caught fire and it was burned completely out. So today we are going to rebuild its engine, and I'm going to show you that what is the current condition of the engine and what we are going to do with it. So viewers, this is the engine of the hilux. This is a 2kd 2.4 liter turbo engine, and it's a diesel engine which came in this hilux, and because of some circumstances it caught fire and it was burned completely. So now we have take all the parts, the intake manifold, exhaust manifold and everything out of it, and we are cleaning it up and trying to rebuild it now. So these are the Welcome back to a new day. For the people who have seen the first video, they're just gonna be surprised by the look of our engine. But the people who haven't seen the first video, I think so it's also gonna be good for them. But the people who have seen the first video, they're just gonna be surprised by our engine, because our engine was burnt up. It had no parts left, and we bought a donor engine. We cleaned up all the parts, swept them up, cleaned up the head, washed it up, and all the engine is now in good condition, and we have assembled it. So it really looks very nice, and I'm gonna show you how it looks, and I'm also gonna tell you that what we are gonna do next. And let's now go up to the engine. So hello viewers and welcome back. Now as the new day has begun, the previous 2 days have been good for us because we have all assembled the engine completely, and I'm gonna show you how the engine looks and what we are gonna do next. So viewers, here it is. For the people who have seen the first part, you would have seen that the engine was in a very rough and bad condition, and it doesn't look like an engine, but now as you can see it looks very clean and just an awesome look it has. So as we have cleaned all the parts, it just looks like almost new. So as you can see, everything has been assembled. Now even the badge is visible and the engine number, it's a 2kd. So now I'm gonna tell you that what we are gonna do next. For the people who have seen, the most of the parts was damaged. Also, a good news for us is that the turbo is fine. Just the intake, cold intake side was burnt out. So the turbo is fine because it is just spooling by hand, as you can see, and the bearing is in nice condition. So we are gonna reuse the same turbo, just we are gonna change the cold air intake side of this. So wait a minute, I'm gonna show you how the cold air intake side was burnt. So viewers, this is the intake side, and it has been completely burnt and can be reused because it is just out of the league now. So as you can see, here it was, and now it has been burned out. So we're just gonna change this outer part of the turbo, and the turbo is fine. So other than that, the missing parts are, we don't have a generator, or you call it alternator. We don't have the alternator. Our power pump is faulty, it has some interior parts missing, and the fuel pump is fine, just it needs to be recovered and it needs to be cleaned up thoroughly, nothing else. Other than that, we have some sensors missing. Here is our acceleration sensor, map sensor is missing, and other than that, our cam sensor, crank sensor, fuel pump sensor, almost all of the sensors were burnt out, so we haven't had a sensor. And we also haven't got the starter motor. so we can't start it up right now. But everything else, the major parts are fine. Our head is fine, block is fine, injectors I think so they're fine, and our fuel rail is fine, and we have intake manifold, exhaust manifold, turbo is fine. So most of the expensive parts are fine, but a lot of things are missing right now, so I'm gonna sort them out and then we are gonna start it in the next video for sure. So I hope so you like the video. Just we are going a little bit slow, and I'm just gonna sort out the parts next, and I'm sure in the next video we are just gonna start it up. So thanks for watching, and hope you like the video and you like the build. So I hope so you like the build. Another thing that I just want to tell you people, for the people who don't know, that we are also gonna swap the gear because it's a 2x4 gear and we have a 4x4 vehicle. So we are also gonna give him a new gear, a 4x4 manual gear. So now it will be a 4x4 2KD engine, and I'm also hoping, or I'm thinking that I should upgrade the turbo as well. So I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments, that I should change the turbo or should it keep it genuine, because if I change the turbo I also may have to change the injectors. But I'm thinking so that I should give it a little more juice so that the engine would have more power and would look awesome. So I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments, and that's it for today. In the next video I'm sure we'll start it up.